Hey everybody, what's up? Well, this is, I guess you could say a bit of a rant over at DA by Aaron the Hybrid, and I'll provide the link down below. But Aaron basically entitles his journal rant, if you will, "Oh Ian, you're so arrogant." And here's what he says. He kind of spelled Flynn's name wrong, but that's okay. This is what he says, and I quote, this was posted today. Trying to see what time. Well, I guess I didn't get the time or anything, but you'll see when I post the link. It says, and I quote, "Ian Flynn has sent this message on his journal." It says Ian Flynn has sent this message on his journal. And the first part is the message from Ian Flynn, apparently. And I quote Ian Flynn, "The brouhaha has died down a bit now, in part because folks are seeing the upswing I promised, and in part because folks are distracted by the upcoming crossover. With the rage storm behind us, I want to give a collective thanks to the folks who voiced their support, those who helped correct false notions, and those who brought their concerns forward in a calm and thoughtful manner. I know not everyone was 100% satisfied with the answers I gave, but part of that is professional discretion and restriction, and part of it is time. I've said it before and I'll say it again. You'll see." Alright, now this is Aaron the Hybrid's response to that. "Ho, Ian. The reason we've stopped bombarding you with points of your obviously huge plot holes is because you didn't listen and immediately think that whatever you do, the fan base will be on your shoulders. We aren't even slightly distracted by your damned crossover, which no doubt be the vein of my existence. We still are picking your issue we are still picking your issue pit by pit, and we certainly aren't the least leaping for joy of your plot twist and epic character development and the epic crossover." Okay, now he's quoting Ian Flynn again. This is, okay, he puts the quotes from Ian Flynn's journal in here. One thing I'd like to bring up, though, is the fervent degree some folks are marshalling to my side. I don't want to sound ungrateful because a random comment from a pleased fan brightens my day. But I'm also seeing a lot of dismissive or overly confrontational words of support in my favor. And that doesn't really help me or anybody else. Now here's Aaron's response. We haters have grown in numbers, Ian. Best keep your supporters on your favor, even the especially defensive fan brats." Ian Flynn's quote. This is Ian Flynn now. "I've made my mistakes and I have my shortcomings as much as anyone else. And just because someone doesn't like the current direction of the books, that doesn't mean they're not a true fan. It just means they have a different preference. They just got as much right to enjoy the books or not, and the franchise on a whole, as the rest of us." Now here's Aaron's response. Understatement of the Franken millennium. Ian Flynn. And if that person just won't budge, like how I'm anti-Amy, Sally, Archie, Sega, I've heard it all. I've heard of all, then be the bigger person. I've heard of all. I've heard it all. Then be the bigger person and walk away. Aaron's response. And for those people saying that to him, a certain club joined us today. Ian Flynn. And because it's been a while, some general knows. I'm crazy busy now more than ever, and I can't keep up with notes and comments on DA. If you really need to get in touch with me, please do so through the forum on my website, bumbleking.com. Aaron's response. Oh yes, really busy. Yes, is that why you spend your time on the forums instead of working? Ian Flynn. I cannot and will not look at fan ideas. It protects you all from me accidentally reusing an idea down the road. And it protects me from accusations of stealing ideas from others. Sorry. Aaron's response. At this point, Ian, you might as well. It's better than what you've been giving us. Ian Flynn. If you leave an incredibly obscene or offensive comment, I will hide it. I won't delete it. Your comment will remain, but no one else will be forced to endure it. Again, join certain club. And this is Aaron closing it out. I don't have anything personal against Ian, just his shitty writing. But this is just so ridiculous. Obviously, he isn't aware at all what the majority of us think really about his overly padded out and extremely stupid ideas. Seriously, I think he gives himself way too much credit here. And that is Aaron the Hybrid's, I guess you could say, countering Ian. I'll put that up, Aaron the Hybrid, countering Ian in journal. So yeah, just as I've said before in the other videos, Aaron, just like Bo Skunk, just like Cinetic X Soul, Volca, and anybody else, including me, they have a right to their opinion. And if that's how they feel about in response to what Ian said on his journal, so be it. You know, you can't force them to like something they don't like. And just like, me, he has nothing against Ian. It's just that, personally he wants Ian to improve on what he does. Stop, as Aaron, LaserX5 have said, and Game Boy Sage has said, stop padding things out and get to the point. If you're going to have Sally be freed, get to the point. That's all I want. I mean, I can understand he wants to extend it a little bit more so that the outcome, the after effects will mean more. I get that. But people like Aaron the Hybrid and those that I've mentioned, they just want it done and over with. So that's all what Aaron said. Respond, comment if you like, and I'll talk to y'all later.